There's one small change that has a really big payoff. One tiny adjustment that can make a huge difference. Discover the move that helps every swing become faster, in balance, stronger, and helps prevent injury. All right, so the adjustment that I want you to make is simply flaring your front foot. I have pretty much all my players, we experiment with this. I have them do that. So typically what happens is most people are going to show up and they're going to come up and they're going to have parallel feet. So their feet are pointing straight ahead. So there's some issues with that, right? And we're going to dive into that today and tell you why I want you to flare this front foot and how it's going to help you swing better and in balance. What happens is, if I was to stand straight up with my feet square and I'm going to swing through, you're going to hit a wall. Now if I have a little wall here, so my foot's square and I swing quickly, then I'm going to hit these tight points, that hip, that knee, that ankle, at speed. Something's got to give. Well, think about how some pros actually hurt their knees, right? If you think about it, especially with driver, if they're coming out in here and they're swinging at 125, 130 miles an hour swing speed with that club, right? They're moving incredibly fast through this lower body area. And, think about how they're training. They're pushing, and if you watch, they have those cleats on and they're pushing all that torque into the ground and their foot turns. They're pushing, that foot is twisting into that ground as they are turning. And that's part of what, those workouts do for them to help prevent those injuries. But think about, again, high speed torque into that side can cause something to tear and hurt yourself. So as amateurs, you're not training to withstand those kind of pressures on that hip and those knees. So something's got to give. Now whether it stops you and then all of a sudden this hip has to go forward because this won't go backwards anymore because it starts putting pressure on it. I have to get on my toes. There's a bunch of different things that can happen because you are not able to rotate through that. Staying safe, preventing injuries, allowing us to still swing with speed and in balance.